Oh, you already? It was cold, man. Now listen.
Oh, there's season for the word. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. It's not. Actually, no one.
And you pay. You know what it is, so you pay. I know more than that.
But what do you prefer, like a little chili or a little? Really?
Give me Miami, humidity, sweat, and some give me sure.
You're not doing that. I'm talking
All right. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening.
We're going to go ahead and call this meeting to order. Deputy Clerk, if you could call the roll.
Trustee Williams.
Here.
Trustee Sanchez. Trustee Jones.
Here.
Trustee Lightford. Trustee Peppers.
Here.
Trustee Brandon. Mayor Booker.
Thank
Quorum
you.
present.
Thank you. Trustee Williams, if you could do the invocation.
Sure.
And then we'll stand for the pledge of allegiance.
Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for your loving kindness, your mercy, and your grace. We thank you for the opportunity to convene once again in these village chambers to handle the business of the village board in the village of Maywood. Father, we ask that you allow your grace and mercy to just permeate this meeting, permeate the hearts and the minds of each elected official and everyone who will come before this board. We ask, God, that you grant us the grace to govern this meeting with decorum. And we ask, God, that you allow your blessings just to reign on each and every person here, each and every family that's represented here in the entire village as a whole. We ask special blessings for all of our village employees, all of our elected officials and residents that might come before us tonight. In Jesus' name we thank you. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Five, I need approval of the minutes for the committee of the whole and the special board meeting for the Board of Trustees on Tuesday, September 12th, 2023.
So moved.
Motion by Trustee Williams, second by Trustee Jones. If there are no questions, please call the roll.
Trustee Williams.
Aye.
Trustee Sanchez. Trustee Jones.
Aye.
Trustee Lightford. Trustee Peppers.
Aye.
Trustee Brandon. Mayor Booker.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. We're going to turn it over to oath, reports, proclamations, announcements, and appointments by Director of Community Engagement, Ms. Sandra Banks.
Good evening, Mayor, Board of Trustees.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Following our announcements, condolences. The Village of Maywood extends condolences and prayers to the families in our community that have experienced a recent loss. The family of Esther Wiley is a long-life Maywoodian, passed away on yesterday. Services are pending. Mrs. Myrtle Jean Simmons Brown, longtime Maywood resident. Services have been held. Jesse Liddell, 40-year Maywood resident and stepfather of Lasandra Banks. Services have been held. Stacy Richardson, sister-in-law of Trustee Ray Williams and sister of Shakista Williams, Library Board President. Memorial service has been held. Please keep those families in your thoughts during this time. Acknowledgements. Join us in wishing our village president, Mayor Nathaniel George Booker, a very happy birthday on this Thursday, October the 12th. Proclamations. October is the month of many important causes, notably breast cancer awareness, domestic violence awareness, national bullying awareness, ADHD awareness, Health Literacy Month, and today, October 10th, is World Mental Health Day. We also still recognize Hispanic Heritage Month, which runs through October the 15th. Upcoming events, Maywood Community Service Day, This Saturday, October 14th, 9 a.m. until noon at the Maywood Library parking lot. Residents can get document shredding, electronics recycling, and prescription take back. This event is in collaboration with Commissioner Kerry Steele and the Metropolitan Water Reclamation District and Sheriff Tom Dark, Cook County Sheriff's Department. The Maywood Fine Arts Pumpkin Patch Parade will be also this Saturday, October 14th at 5th and Main. Come and enjoy the festivities starting at 9 a.m. with the Equity for Arts Walk starting at 11. As we look forward to Halloween, trick-or-treat hours for the village of Maywood on Tuesday, October 31st will be from 4 until 7 p.m. The Maywood Park District will host a hunted bike trail along the Illinois Prairie Path from 1st Avenue to 17th Avenue on Saturday, October 21st from 4 to 6 p.m., ending with a bonfire and movie at Winfield Scott Park. We invite you to bring your families dressed up to get treats all along the trail. There also will be a haunted house hosted by the Park District October 28th through the 31st at their location at 921 South 9th Avenue. FEMA Flood Disaster Assistance. There's still time to apply for FEMA assistance if you were affected by the floods during the period of June 29th through July 2nd. You can call 1-800-621-3362. Also, the Illinois Housing Development Authority, if you are behind on housing costs due to COVID-19, homeowners can apply for up to $60,000 in emergency mortgage assistance. You can apply at illinoishousinghelp.org. The deadline is October 31st. As a reminder, the fall session is still underway for our Career Life and Readiness Program for youth grades 6 through 12, Tuesdays through Friday from 3 to 7 p.m. at the Maywood Masonic Building. We also wanted to introduce one of our newest staff members, Frank Torres, who is the Assistant Village Manager of Operations. Before taking the position as Assistant Village Manager, Frank was the Executive Director of the Summit Park District and was responsible for daily operations of the Park District, which included finance, programming, IT, HR, capital improvements, and organizational restructuring. He has also served as the point of contact for village residents regarding district activities. And prior to Summit, he worked for the Village of Lyons as the Parks and Recreation Director of Administration. He was responsible for capital and recreation projects, budgeting, programming, and was also appointed interim public works director and clerk pro tem and liaison to the village manager. He has a public management certificate from Northern Illinois University, both his master's in organizational leadership and a bachelor's in criminal justice from Lewis University. I believe Mr. Torres will be joining us later this evening. We would like to acknowledge that Greg Buchanan is our interim public works director. And next, I would like to introduce Cook County Commissioner Frank Aguilar from the 16th District. He's going to come up and share some brief announcements.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good evening.
Good evening.
Mayor Dana Booker and trustees and Madam Clerk Tori Buck. Just a few announcements of the accomplishments we did in the district. The 16th District, Cook County. In funding, our ARPA funding, Maywood received $3,148,196 in back to business, $185,000. Those are businesses that applied for these grants to make sure the doors are not closed during COVID. I've opened up a satellite office in Lyton Township. It's open every first Wednesday of the month. The next one will be November 1st. Over $100 million in FEMA aid and July storms. And that's one of my priorities, since I took office 2 years ago, one of the main storms. And on July 2nd, first phone call I made was Tony Profico, and that's when it all started. I called every official I could get my phone on, and both senators. And we have to invest in our infrastructure funding. We got hammered real bad in this storm, and Stingy got the worst of it. I know you received some funding here, so thanks to the efforts of Tony Profico and the governor making sure that, declaring Cook County as a disaster. We brought over $100 million in opera funding and over $10 million in direct business for funding 16 district residents, community organizations, and businesses and municipalities. I held the opioid crisis forum in Broadview. I like to continue those forums throughout the district because that is one problem that unfortunately is rising, including our young, especially our young folks. Resolutions to special people. If you have any special outstanding citizen in Maywood, please let me know. I'd like to acknowledge them during the board meeting and county board. I partner up with the Illinois Manufacturing Excellence Center, Bureau of Economic Development to bring manufacturing grants to suburban manufacturers. If you'd like to have someone here in Maywood, we talked about investing in economic development here in Maywood. Anyway, how's that grocery store coming on there?
So we already sold the grocery store.
Huh?
We already sold the grocery store. We're going to leave that for
Right. We talked about that. Thank you. I partner up with the Sheriff's Office for safety training, carjacking prevention seminars, car safety repair advice, and other issues and information sessions with the Cook County Sheriff's initiatives. Partner up with the Border Review and Assessor's Office to hold tax appeal seminars to get information to assess residents to keep their taxes as low as possible. We brought over $3 million to the 16th district to district and gun violence reduction grants. I was the lead sponsor to initiative to bring a helicopter to the Cook County Sheriff's funding for a helicopter to the Cook County Sheriff's Office to combat carjacking and assist in general public safety and emergency management and rescues. We brought funding for returning citizens and rental assistance and reentry services. There are folks that are serve their time in prison and get a second chance in life. I brought climate plan funding for forum grants to 16 district municipalities to improve climate resiliency, including addressing flooding. Again, flooding is a big issue, and I talked to residents and the public officials of the district, and I'm not going to rest until we do something about that. We accomplished multiple goals to bring transportation and infrastructure funds to the 16th district to improve safety, street safety, flooding, traffic, and more. We collaborated with federal, state, and local municipalities, offices to provide healthcare options and information, rental assistance for tenants, and landlord assistance, and businesses to help the unemployed. Also assisted with assistance to residents with Cook County Emergency rental assistance. I host monthly town hall meetings every last Wednesday of the month. You can log on to my Facebook and issues that constituents bring up to my office. I publish a state of district information every twice a year. It wasn't coming out, I think, in late December, next month. I have an event coming up. The day of the dead, my third annual Dia de los Muertos, Dia of the Dead health fair. It's going to be October 28th, Saturday, sponsored by Alivio, and giving COVID shots and flu shots and diabetes tests and blood pressure and all kinds of stuff for the kids. So that's basically it. Mayor and trustees, I look forward to next year's Friday Proviso. I heard it's going to be hosted in Bellwood. We're going to France.
Okay.
Two in France? Is that what he said?
He did.
And he beamed it out too.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much,
Thank you.
Commissioner Aguilar, 16th District.
Thanks so much.
All right, moving on to 8, Finance Management Report. Director Satchel is here. Does anybody have any questions for the financial analysis, financial report of the warrant list? Hearing none, we'll move on to Village President's Report. Thank you, Director Satchel. Item A, we'll have to have a conversation in regards to scheduling for the 2023 levy, 2023-24 budget amendment process. So we're going to turn this over to Attorney Rusick.
Yeah, in the packet tonight, both that's available online and in the trustees' packet, we have really the initial memo and preliminary documents for us to start down the path of adopting the 2023 tax levy, which has to be adopted by the end of December. We're going to have a public hearing, the first meeting in December, to discuss that tax levy amount. In November, we're required by state law to adopt a resolution identifying the estimated tax levy. That's in the packet of that. So next month, the board will be tasked with identifying the estimated tax levy, approve the resolution. Then, the following month, we have the tax levy hearing in early December, and the second meeting in December, the formal ordinance approving the tax levy will be adopted and then filed with the county by the end of the year. The materials also provide a schedule that takes us through the tax levy process and then into next year's budget process, which starts in early spring and concludes with a public hearing typically in March or April of next year, and then the approval of essentially the next fiscal budget in April. That has to be filed by May 1 of 2024. So all those documents are really just drafts that will put us on a path to adopt both those, the 2023 tax levy and the 24-25 already budget. That's what you're looking at. So if there are any questions, feel free. They are the same documents you typically see year after year with just dates updated in dollar amounts. The tax levy, the dollar amounts are the same as last year. That was just a placeholder. Those dollars may or may not change based on the board's input and decision making.
Thank you, Attorney Jarousi.
Mayor,
Trustee Jones.
and I'm not sure who's this final decision it is to make, or if this is a village manager decision. In terms of actions for like late November, you have to you have to publish this in the press. And I see here that we have Chicago Sun-Times and Chicago Tribune. I wanted to know, especially now since we do have a local newspaper, like, what have we done in the past? I think this is relatively new in the past couple years. Have we always done the Sun-Times? It'll be, it needs to be published in public. I guess I'm kind of curious who ultimately decides which, whether it be media or publication we're going to utilize to get this information out to the residents.
Actually, and maybe Lanier, did we use the Village Free Press and one of the Chicago papers last year?
Not last year, but we only did it 1 year.
We did it one time. It's a board decision, where you want to publish, but you do have to publish, in a newspaper with circulation within, the village boundaries. And there has always been a question
It was
whether
a timing issue. In terms of when they were published and getting the information, it wasn't as frequent as the Sun-Times.
And that's another thing. By statute, we have to publish within a certain window, and so.
Like it's November 22nd, you have to do no more than 14 nor no less than 7 days before the public hearing. So
we can just
we go.
check Village Free Press.
Okay.
And there's nothing wrong with publishing within the Chicago paper within that statutory window, but also publishing in the Village Free Press.
Oh, you do both.
As long as we hit one newspaper and meet the statutory requirement, if the Village Free Press doesn't give us that flexibility, you can always, as a courtesy, publish, at some point prior to the public hearing to pick up more readership if that's an issue.
Okay. Thanks.
All right. Other item is really, if there are no questions in regards to it, we can go to public comment. So for public comment, you have 3 minutes. You can say your name. You do not have to give your address. We have one for public comment.
Yes, Ms. Fife.
I'm sorry, I was late. Can I still sign up? I didn't want to interrupt.
Yep. So in order to do public comment, you have to sign up at the podium prior to the board meeting starting.
I apologize.
And who?
Ms. Hunt.
Ms. Hunt?
You done me?
It's your turn.
She put my hearing aid on. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening.
This may take me a little longer than 3 minutes because I have a couple of things I need to say that I think are important. I can't get this thing off. But anyway, as we all know, as you guys all know, we're having a lot of problems with the phone system and emails and stuff within, in my office, the Board of Fire Police Police Commission still doesn't have a phone. So, and we did put out, we are hiring for police officers. We did put out applications and that over the website and also the Maywood website. And in that website, I had to wind up, I was given a phone number to put on the website. That phone number was not working, so I had to wind up using my own home personal phone. And I just want to thank some of the people here tonight with the village that has worked so diligently in helping me to get this done. First of all, I want to say thank you to Human Resource gentleman, Mr. Ellison, for working with me and getting a lot of stuff coming in that I couldn't get to come in through the office. The office secretary used her own personal email to get a lot of emails to come in that we could not get. We also offered a preparation pre-test class for a lot of the people that were taking the test for a police officer. I want to thank Deputy Chief Yancey for allowing me to use his phone in order for them to be able to call in. Those that did not get a chance to call in because our phone was not working, I had to use the police phone to call them to see if they would be interested in doing this pre-testing. We got about 20 people, so it was a trouble, but it did get done. Marvin, once Marvin found out what we were facing, he did come out and he worked very hard with me to try to get me some service, at least into the house. So I could get some emails, not emails yet, but I will be able to get a fax in or be able to send a fax out. So I just want to say thank you to all you guys that worked so in my before I stop, I want to give Tori. When we had our pre-testing done, it was done at the 200 building. We were unable to get in because I was unable to get a hold of the people that let us in. Tori was there the first time to let me in. And this last time I was able to get in through Mayor Booker, send someone over. And I just want to say that when we do things like that, it doesn't look good for the village. If we're standing outside trying to get in someplace because it's locked and we cannot get in. Kudos go out to Ms. Lynette Hall, who's worked so hard with me and the Board of Police and Fire by giving us a spot at the Park District for our testing and stuff to be done. So I don't know if you guys realize how important this Board of Fire and Police Commission is, but people act like it's just there. And they do, if they do, they do, if they don't, they don't. It's this very close to mine because I've been on the Fire and Police Commission now for about almost 20 years. And I work very hard. And when you don't have the proper stuff to work with, it makes it even harder to get the work done. So thanks to everyone who was there for me to help us get this information out. We got about 30 to 40 people coming in on the 21st to actually take the test to be police officers. We have another pre-test coming up this Saturday at the 200 building. So I just wanted to make sure that we're able to get in. And thank everybody that worked with me. And hopefully, the office still doesn't have a phone. We still cannot get emails. We still cannot get faxes. So hopefully pretty soon that'll work and I can get my home phone off of the website. Thank you.
All right. So again, apologies in regards to the phone line. So the phone line that used to be for the Police and Fire Commission, when the new phone number is ported over from AT&T to Comcast, that specific phone number did not port over. To port that specific number over now within the thousands of dollars for a specific phone number. So it will be a new phone number, but I understand that should be done before the end of the week. And in regards to gaining access to the building, we'll make sure that next time we can work more with Homeland Security because they're based in the building. So if it's not someone from the Park District, then we can work with Homeland to get access to the building sooner as well. But thank you for acknowledging everything else. All right. I need a motion to close out general meeting and go into a public hearing for the petitioner of Clear Channel Outdoor Property Address 1637 South 18th Avenue, Maywood, Illinois 60153. The proposed location of the billboard on the property is the northwest corner of the intersection of Harrison Street and 18th, pin number 1515-126026.
So moved.
Motion by trustee Williams. Need a second?
Second.
Second by trustee Jones. If there are no questions, please call the roll.
Trustee Williams,
Aye.
trustee Sanchez, trustee Jones,
Aye.
trustee Lightfoot, trustee Peppers,
Aye.
trustee Brandon,
Aye.
Mayor Booker.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Just acknowledge everybody's here.
All right, so acknowledging the same parties are here, we're going to open up the public hearing at 7:25 p.m. in regards for approval of an ordinance approving an application from Clear Channel Outdoor LLC for an east-facing electronic billboard sign at 1637 South 18th, Maywood, Illinois, northeast corner of the intersection of Harrison Street and 18th Avenue. So we're looking at Clear Channel, who already has a billboard there. They're just looking to update the regular billboard they have to a more new age digital channel. So first part we'll go through, is there anyone from the Clear Channel that would like to say anything or speak on it?
Good evening.
Good evening, Dave.
Good evening.
My name is Joe Nickley. I'm the counsel for Clear Channel. I do have two Clear Channel representatives with me today, and they're available to answer any questions that you may have. As the mayor has indicated, this is an existing billboard that not only has a static face, which we are seeking to convert to a digital face, but already has a digital face to it. So Clear Channel purchased the billboard last year. It's on property that's owned by Maywood and leased by Clear Channel now. And it had an existing digital face on the westbound side, and Clear Channel is now looking to update that east face sign to a digital billboard face. There's been no complaints regarding the west side face, and the impact for this upgrade is believed to be very minimal. So we do have some representatives, as I said, from Clear Channel here to answer any questions if anyone has any. We also do have a lighting expert available by Zoom to provide answers to any questions regarding the impact this may have or the lack of impact, more importantly, that this may have. So if there's any questions, we'd be happy to answer those for you.
Does anybody on the board have any questions?
I have a question for the research.
Brandon?
Doesn't like the residents, like in that particular area, have to be notified according to like a notice in regards to this? I know we were dealing with something previously over on Harrison Street where like residents are sent a notice.
So trustee, that's more of a director of community development.
So trustee, this board can refer this for public hearing through the Plan Commission CBA, if that is your wish. And then notifications would go out 250 feet
Yeah,
surrounding the property.
yeah. For me, I think it's for those individuals who live over there in that particular neighborhood, I think it's important to get their input as it relates to the potential that it's going to have.
Mayor.
I also have a question. Is there a reason why that wasn't done already?
Because our billboard ordinance is handled in the village code, but it does give provision if you want to provide a public hearing, you can provide that public hearing through, PCCBA, or you could have notice sent and you could hear it here again.
Was notice sent to anybody though?
No, we're
So we're
by
having a
our
public
village
hearing, nobody
code.
knows we're having a public hearing.
Right, exactly. By our village code, we do not have to send that notice
That
out.
doesn't make any sense. I understand that's not village code, but if it's a public hearing, the public should know.
So what
Trustee Brandon.
So I'll do at this particular time is make a motion to move this issue to the Commission to evaluate it further to get the residents that live in this particular area involved. I think it's really important that we operate, from that level as it relates to, with any time or chance we get to have residents involved in the conversation, bring it to the table. So I'll make a motion to move this item to the.
Motion to Trustee Brandon. I need a second. Second by Trustee Melvin Lightford. If there are no questions, please call the roll.
Trustee Williams,
Aye.
Trustee Sanchez, Trustee Jones,
Aye.
Trustee Lightford, Trustee Peppers,
Aye.
Trustee Brandon,
Aye.
Mayor Booker.
Aye.
Motion carried.
So I need a motion to adjourn at a public hearing.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn by Trustee Brandon.
Second.
Second by Trustee Williams. If there are no questions, please call the roll.
Trustee Williams,
Aye.
Trustee Sanchez, Trustee Jones,
Aye.
Trustee Lightford, Trustee Peppers,
Aye.
Trustee Brandon,
Aye.
Mayor Booker.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Sorry, Clear Channel, I do apologize, but it makes absolutely no sense to have a public hearing if the public was not.
Exactly.
If that's in the ordinance, we need to update the ordinance. 'Cause
Yeah, we can do that.
if we approve that today and then the sign goes up, you have 5 residents at the very next board meeting, as soon as the sign went up. And you say, oh, we bypassed you. So I think we need to update that. But I apologize before seeing you guys again soon.
So procedurally, where do we go next?
Procedurally, then you would actually notify the residents who would be affected by the lighting. They would get a letter in the mail, and then we would have a public hearing. I think it is a perfectly fine idea to update your signs. It's just, you have to notify the residents.
So the Planning and Zoning Commission is
The
going
Planning and
to.
Zoning Commission would be the meeting that you would work with community development to schedule.
Okay. I will reach out to them.
Yeah, staff will handle the distribution of the public hearing notice. It'll be similar to zoning, 250 feet from the billboard property. And that body is a recommending body, so they'll make a recommendation. They're not a final decision maker. They'll make a recommendation back to the board. That's the way we did it with your last
Yeah, we would have been happy to do that.
electronic, with the other side of the sign.
Completely sorry, because I'm thinking of the last 3 different sign meetings. It's been a public hearing that the residents got the letter, so in my mind, that was done.
Yeah, we typically do that when we're asked to do it.
We'll get it done and we'll be back before this body.
Thank you.
Sorry, gentlemen. All right, moving on to village manager's report. Does anyone have anything in the report that they have a question for? Hearing none, we'll go to village attorney report. Does anybody have anything in the village attorney report? Hearing none.
Can we go back for a second, please? To the village manager's report.
Trustee Brandon?
I read the report, Jim, in regards to the union contract. It appears that we're like at a standstill. I think I've asked this before, but I would like to know what are the sticking points or the pressing issues that's holding it up, because we're coming up
So,
on
trustee,
another year on it. So if you could provide me with that information, that would be great.
trustee, we can't really discuss the contractual.
No, I wasn't talking about doing this open situation.
You talk to just have it offline with you?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so village attorney's report. If there's nothing there, we just have the trustee reports covering the fiscal year comprehensive plan audit with regards to the TIF that we traditionally have annually. I need a motion for omnibus agenda.
So moved.
Trustee Williams, I need a second.
Second.
Have a second from trustee Brandon. Please read.
That, just for clarification, that motion includes omnibus items A through T.
Through T.
Thomas.
A, motion to approve the monthly financial reports in the amount of $577,210.98. B, motion to approve the warrant list number 200542 dated October 5th, 2023, in the amount of $1,995,523.23. C, motion to ratify 3 invoices of Geno's Heating and Plumbing Incorporated of Broadview, Illinois, in the total amount of $44,044.06 for September 2023 emergency water main repairs. Invoice number 11333 dated September 16, 2023. $12,093.83. Invoice number 11334 dated September 17, 2023. $28,407.90. And invoice number 11335 dated September 18, 2023. $15,472.33 with a bid waiver. D, motion to approve estimate dated September 7, 2023 from Lino's Remodeling of Chicago, Illinois, in the amount of $12,000 to complete seating repairs to garage truck bays number 3 and number 4 at the Maywood Fire Station number 1 at 700 St. Charles Road with the bid waiver. E, motion to approve proposal dated August 14, 2023 for the purchase of a new ambulance fire department recommendation 2022 E350 engine wheeled coach unit from Emergency Vehicles Plus of Holland, Michigan at a cost of $239,224 with the bid waiver. F, ordinance authorizing the withdrawal of all funds and closeout of Chicago Title Insurance Company escrow number 2, escrow account number 201454330 for the expenditure of St. Charles Road tax increment finance and redevelopment project area funds for various eligible TIF improvement projects approved under ordinance number CO 213-47, including payment of Illinois Department of Transportation invoice number 125405 in the amount of $353,024.47 for the village's share to complete the Maywood train station project, and approving the closeout of the St. Charles Road Tax Increment Finance and Redevelopment Project Area Fund, and declaring that no surplus funds are available for transfer to the Cook County Treasurer for redistribution among the taxing bodies. Escrow number 2 for the Village Train Station project. G, resolution approving the donation agreement for property located at 1916 to 1920 Madison Street. H, ordinance amending certain provisions of Chapter 117, alcoholic beverage of Title 11, business regulations of the Liquor Control Ordinance of the Maywood Village Code to add a new Class Q fulfillment center alcoholic liquor package sales and delivery license, liquor license for the sale and delivery of alcohol by fulfillment centers. I, resolution approving the final plat of subdivision, national cycle consolidation, and the dedication of public right-of-way Wilcox Street from 19th to 21st Avenue. J, ordinance approving an application from Clear Channel Outdoor LLC for, we'll pull J. K, resolution approving and authorizing the execution of an intergovernmental agreement by and between the Village of Maywood and the Metropolitan Water Reclamation District of the Greater Chicago for the design, construction, operation, and maintenance of the green infrastructure alley improvements in Maywood, Illinois, cost sharing for 2023 green infrastructure alley improvement projects. L, resolution approving and authorizing the execution of resignation and severance agreement and release of all claims for John West. M,
this one gets pulled as well. This was the collective bargaining agreement that was just discussed.
They didn't ratify it.
The union has not ratified it, so we're going to hold off on approval until they ratify it, so we can pull number M as well.
Okay, so we'll pull letter M. N, resolution authorizing and approving the execution of a Fifth Amendment to a professional service agreement between the Village of Maywood and American Traffic Solutions, LLC, now known as Vero Mobility Corporation, relative to 5-year term extensions for the continuation of an automated traffic law enforcement system at certain intersections within the village, term January 1, 2023 to December 31, 2027. O, resolution authorizing the approval and execution of change ordering number 4 to Master Services Agreement, addendum to agreement, installment payment agreement, and statement of work with Impact Networking LLC for purchase of IT equipment, purchase and installation of IT equipment for the 200 South 5th Avenue building for IT systems integration, change order price $7,221.37. P, resolution approving and authorizing the execution of an independent contractor agreement for certified responsible water operation and charge services to assist the Public Works and Water Department. Independent contractor Paul Dow. Q, resolution authorizing and approving the acceptance of a grant from the Illinois Housing Development Authority Strong Communities Program, Round 2. R, resolution authorizing and consenting to a Cook County Class 6B property tax rate incentive designation for the real property commonly known as 136 South 8th Avenue, Maywood, Illinois, and identified as property index number 15-11-145-048-000, ABW Equipment Company Incorporated. S, resolution approving and authorizing the execution of an intergovernmental agreement concerning the sharing of police services, personnel, equipment, and resources through a multi-jurisdictional drug, gang, and West Suburban Special Response Team. T, resolution approving and authorizing the execution of a letter agreement and its term and conditions exhibit for village implementation of the the compliance engine program for tracking of fire inspections, testing, and maintenance of fire detection and suppression systems.
All right, trustee, if you could do one edit or one amendment to item C. The amount was listed as $44,044.06. The amount is actually $55,974.06. $974.06.
Amendment to motion C, just amendment that cost $55,974.56.
All right, please call the roll.
Trustee Williams,
Aye.
trustee Sanchez, trustee Jones,
Aye.
trustee Lightfoot,
Aye.
trustee Peppers,
Aye.
trustee Brandon,
Aye.
Mayor Booker.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Thank you. All right, we need to go into closed session to discuss item C, the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees of a public body. Under the motion.
So moved.
So moved by trustee
Second.
Brandon, second by trustee Jones. If there are no questions, please call the roll.
Trustee Williams,
Aye.
trustee Sanchez, trustee Jones,
Aye.
trustee Lightfoot, trustee Peppers,
Aye.
trustee Brandon,
Aye.
Mayor Booker.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Thank you so much. Everyone have a wonderful night.